Okay, the last time we had art class, we talked about printmaking, and we learned about Hokusai making the wave. Today we're going to try a simple printmaking process. You are going to need some cardboard, like the cardboard from a cereal box. It's very thin and easy to cut. Some scissors. You're going to need some glue, tape, any kind of tape will do, and an old crayon. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut a big rectangle from your box. I cut out a rectangle, I don't know, about the size of my hand from my cereal box. You're just going to go right in there with your scissors and you're going to create whatever size you'd like. You could go bigger, you can go smaller. It all depends on what kind of box you have. All right, and now the rest of the cardboard you're going to use to create a design on this rectangle. This is going to be your printing plate. So how Hokusai carved out the wave out of a block of wood, that's a subtractive process. He's carving away. You're going to be adding to this piece of cardboard to create your plate. This is an example of one that I did earlier. It's a tree. I stacked up some triangle shapes, some clouds. I put some little triangles back here that'll look almost like snow, and I did a ground. You could do whatever kind of design you want, but basically you're taking your cardboard, you're cutting the shapes that you want out of your cardboard, and you're gluing them onto your plate. Any kind of design you want is fine. It doesn't even have to be a picture of a thing. It could be abstract, which means it could just be made up of a bunch of different shapes that are arranged in a very interesting way on your rectangle. Okay, you're going to glue your shapes down. And this is how you create your printing plate. Okay, the cool part about making your printing plate is once you have your plate done, you are going to make as many prints as you'd like. So if I did this Christmas tree printing plate, I can use it to create all of these different Christmas tree pictures. And how that works is once your plate's done and designed, you're going to put it down on your table and tape it into place so it doesn't move around on you. I'm going to tape the top. And the bottom. Okay. Next I'm going to get a blank sheet of paper. And I'm going to put my paper over top of my plate. And then I'm going to also tape my paper into place so that my paper doesn't move around. You don't want anything to move around while you're making your print, or else you're going to have more than one of the same picture on your same paper, and it's going to look very confusing when your paper slides around. I think I'll be okay if I just tape the top of my paper down. You're going to take an old crayon, and you need to peel the paper off of, if not all, then most of the crayon. Once you have a lot of that paper peeled off, you're going to hold the crayon sideways on your paper, and you're going to color over top of your plate. And as you do that, it's going to transfer that image onto your paper. Okay, and that's just basically how the printmaking process works. You come up with your original, your block or your plate. You put your paper on there and you transfer that image. And what's fun about this is after I make one, I just slide my paper over, make sure it's taped down, and do a second one. You'll see that in the places where my cardboard overlapped, it makes a little bit of a darker, heavier shape. So maybe you want to use that and think about that while you're designing your plate. But anyway, have fun creating your plate and making your prints.